Dollar. Dirt on money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We have 4 teenage killers reacting to a life sentence. Now, I know you two don't like that one word, so 4 teenage criminals reacted to a life sentence. 4 teenage thugs reacting to... Don't call them thugs too, man. Everybody can label a thug when you're doing crazy stuff to get a life sentence.
Like, come on.
I was watching a body cam video. Oh, I can't wait to get on the stream, watch body cam video. We watched those, like, actively. For real. I watched, what, about 2-3 of them today? But those was only stream time. On the stream. But, with that being said, before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. All you got to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals.
Like it with a thumbs up.
But let's hop into it. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
This is McKenzie Cherilla. She's a 17-year-old who was found guilty of murder for causing a car crash that killed her boyfriend and his friend.
McKenzie decided death was the ultimate goal that day. This was not reckless driving. This was murder.
Cherilla's boyfriend, Dominic Russo...
Is this the one she crashed on purpose?
Yeah, this happened not too long ago, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying... She crashed.
Like it was intentional. Yeah.
His friend, Davian Flanagan, were in the car when she crashed into the side of a commercial building outside of Cleveland, going 100 miles per hour. Both men were pronounced dead at the scene, and Cherilla survived. Prosecutors argued that the teen had a toxic relationship, and Cherilla had made violent threats against her boyfriend.
Threatened his property? She threatened to break into his house?
Correct.
Reportedly, she crashed her car on purpose because she wanted to kill her boyfriend, and that his friend was just collateral damage. The prosecutor said the intent was obvious upon seeing that video, that there was only one goal.
You see her driving very calmly and making the right turn, and then all evidence indicates she immediately put the pedal to the metal and drove straight into a building at 100 miles per hour. I think those really demonstrated to us that this was no accident.
And a few days before the crash, she allegedly took the same route to plot the crime. This is where the judge now finds her guilty.
Count 1. Finds the defendant, McKenzie Cherilla, guilty of murder, to wit Dominic Russo.
She now stands up to be placed in handcuffs as she continues to tear up.
Count 2. Finds the defendant, McKenzie Cherilla, guilty of murder, to wit Davian Flanagan.
Cherilla now has a moment to speak before her sentencing.
The families of Dom and Davian, I'm so deeply sorry. I hope one day you can see I would never let this happen or do it on purpose. I wish I could remember what happened. I'm just so sorry. I'm heartbroken.
There was no medical condition that caused this as an accident. There was no mechanical failure of the car. A failed suicide attempt is not a defense to murder. There's a very good likelihood, McKenzie, that you will spend the rest of your life in prison. She's sentenced on count 1, 15 years to life. Count 2, 15 years to life, to be served concurrent to each other.
The judge just sentenced...
That concurrent shit.
Yeah, it always...
No, baby, we ain't doing concurrent. After you get it, if you ever parole for one, B, you going back in for the next. Quit running concurrent, bruh.
Yeah,
that's the problem. That's a
when
problem.
I seen this story, I was like, what in the world?
Yeah, I forgot about this one, though. I have heard about this, but I low-key forgot about it.
to 15 years to life in prison. This is Aiden.
Think she'll end up getting out?
I don't know.
Like, if we can be real, 15 years to life. After 15 years, she could possibly parole. Then, what's she in Ohio? I don't know that percentage-wise.
Yeah,
if they have to do like 85%. And then also tack on good time and all this. So she'll probably at the least numbers, she probably can get out there like 10 or 12. After 10 or 12, she can go for parole. She'll probably get denied. So she'll probably, if they force her to do longer time, but she'll probably end up still getting out sometime. because technically after 15 years she can go for parole. But you know, good time, good behavior, and if you get an education, they tacked on and all this stuff. So
blah blah blah. Yeah. But
she'll eventually get out though. Unfortunately, because the victim's family, they ain't gonna want to they don't like that, you know. But a lot of people, man, let them out, like let free these folks. Man, she got 2 bodies on her hand. She just unsuccessfully, then, you know,
in the process, take her own life as well.
Yeah.
This is Aiden Fucci, who pled guilty in court for the murder of his classmate when he was only 14 years old.
Having fun in a cop car. Yep.
Fucci was classmates with a 13-year-old girl from Patriot Oaks Academy in St. Johns County, Florida. Fucci stabbed her 114 times. Her dead body was later recovered from the woods. After Fucci was arrested, he can be seen in the back of the cop car taking Snapchats. Now this video shows Fucci and his parents in the interrogation room.
The Snapchat that you did, those numbers,
you're all over the internet everywhere. This is serious.
This is very serious.
This is no joke. This is your whole life. Your whole life. And ours.
A video from prosecutors showed Fucci and the girl allegedly walking together right before she was murdered. Then about 90 minutes later, the video shows Fucci allegedly running away from the area where the body was found.
114 stab wounds, 49 defensive wounds, 35 wounds to the head and neck, 29 to the back and shoulder, and 6 fatal wounds.
After Fucci pled guilty to first-degree murder, the judge now hands down his sentence.
Having entered a plea of guilty to the crime of first-degree murder, I sentence you to life in prison. Because of your age, you are eligible for review of the sentence in 25 years.
After Fucci was sentenced, he stood still with a little movement.
So what's that, 39? He's eligible for parole, revisit of the sentence, basic parole. Because with teens, they can't technically give them life anymore, I think. It was something like that with the law. You can't give a teenager, something like that.
But yeah, I do remember you showing me this. I just didn't remember the full details. And I didn't know that it was that many times.
It's actually worse.
Yeah.
Like, if you go and look into the story, because you remember they even got found footage from inside the home. I want to say, if I'm 100% correct, but I do remember his parents had a camera inside the home, and basically his mom, I want to say this, I might be getting...
I was kind of help,
cleaning his
clothes and stuff. I do remember that, yeah.
She found some clothes in his room, and basically helped kind of tamper with evidence. Yeah,
I do remember that.
But I'm not 100% sure, the 100% facts, because it's been a while since I looked into it. But I remember showing you, and I was like, bro, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But the mom did, I want to say for sure, did do something, and they took the surveillance. I'm like, how you got footage inside your home and you don't, y'all ain't putting 2 and 2 together? But he had so much evidence against him. Will he get out? Him with the behavior and a lack of... enforcing that you did something wrong, him really understanding he did something wrong, there's a behavior problem. No, not saying no one can change who they, you know what I'm saying? He can always change for the better, but if he stays on the path that he's on, he'll never get out. Or he'll finesse the system, get out, and he'll end up going right back. But he's going to always be a problem, if not change it.
Willard Miller and Jeremy Goodale. And at just 16 years old, they are both charged for the murder of their high school Spanish teacher. Reportedly, it was over a bad grade.
We then moved her off of the trail, where I then struck her, and she died as a result.
Miller and Goodale went to Fairfield High School in southeastern Iowa. Nohema Graber was the Spanish teacher at the school, and Miller was one of her students. After he received a bad grade from Graber, he and his friend Goodale planned to kill her.
We discussed general plan. I'll stand up here, look out, wait for Miss Graber to show up.
Graber went for her usual walk.
He must snitch for a lot of sinners, because, boy, you in there telling like a mother.
Right.
Never. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just, real big.
Both of y'all.
I'm just hey, You did the crime, do the time. Ain't no point of snitching.
You planned, you plotted.
Also,
you did.
just personally, me, I don't talk to police. I ain't gonna.
I feel you, whatever. But I think I kind of remember this. Because I remember, like, some with a bad grade and taking... I kind of remember it a little bit, but not, like, full details and what actually happened, where it happened, and how. I don't remember, like, none of that. Yeah.
But when I say talk to the police, I'm talking about if I commit a crime, I ain't finna just make it, you know... But I to each his own. But it looked like he was telling because he was like, well, he the one who did all the planning and plotting.
Both of y'all are responsible. But y'all took someone's life.
But this situation is very effed up. I do remember. Bad grade? I do remember hearing about this, but not
the last bad grade. If there was, you know, if y'all didn't do this.
I took Spanish, bro. I fell with a smile on my face because I was like, hey, I tried it. I realized I wasn't good at it. I take my L proudly. Like anytime I ever failed a test or got an F in the class or something. That's on you. I was just like, hey, that's the results of me. Like it is what it is. You. But it doesn't. That F doesn't define who you are, though. You get what I'm saying? But you allowed that to define who you are to the point where you want to take somebody's life.
Take your teacher's life.
That was stupid, bro.
Who does that?
At Chautauqua City Park, the boys knew that as they stalked her and they waited to ambush her.
Here she comes, and she walked by and hit her in the back of the head. And then I said, we should make sure she's dead. So we hit her a couple more times.
They then dragged her into the woods and beat her to death with a baseball bat.
What was the plan after that? There wasn't really a plan beyond that. Like hide the body, bury the body, save the body. At that time, we were going to hide the body. I guess in our arrogance, we kind of assumed that nobody would ever find her.
Not long after, both boys were arrested. Court documents allege that the witness who knew Goodale showed law enforcement Snapchat messages that showed Goodale and Miller's involvement in the murder. One of the Snapchat messages saying, "Point of view, you're my Spanish teacher, and this is the last thing you see," followed by "Time to hide a body." Jeremy Goodale.
Hold on.
That is great.
Ain't this him the one to snitch?
That's a Snapchat, yeah.
No, this is the one who's telling.
Yeah.
Also, the only reason why I said previously before I want to talk, because it makes your lawyer job even harder. So you might as well just say plead guilty. I don't want a lawyer. I only want to take it to trial. If you're going to go in there and talk, there's no point in even going to trial. That's the reason why I said what I said earlier.
But yeah, the one with the blonde hair.
So if you're posting all this on Snapchat, he didn't just bring this plan to you. You also highly contributed to the plan. Mm-hmm. He low-key trying to put a blame on the other dude in the interrogation and confession. No, bro, you time to hide the body. Yeah, you had a plan to hide the body because you posted. Everything was premeditated. The whole thing.
Everything, yeah.
And it wasn't just premeditated with him and you went along with him. Yeah. You was part of the premeditation of it.
Yeah, both.
This is the last thing you see, followed by "Time to hide a body." Jeremy Goodale would later plead guilty and testify against his best friend Miller.
I understood that he had the intent to kill Mrs. Graber.
What is your plea to murder in the first degree, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
This is the moment that Goodale gets to speak before his sentence.
I've had time to think on what to say, and I'm sorry, truly sorry. Every day I wish I could go back and stop myself. I can't comprehend losing a loved one in such an awful way.
And now the judge hands down his sentence.
The defendants shall be sentenced to life with the possibility of parole after 25 years.
Now for Miller. This is him apologizing before he receives his sentence.
I would like to take this opportunity to wholeheartedly accept responsibility for the role that I've played in the murder of Nahima Graber. To the family, I'm sincerely sorry for the distress that I've caused you and the devastation. And I ask that I'm given a chance, and I don't want to be institutionalized. I don't want to be in so long that I forget about what matters, where I come from, and I look forward to getting through this.
And now the judge has some final last words.
The defendant, Willard Noble Chaden Miller, should be sentenced to life with the possibility of parole after 35 years.
Miller seems to be completely unfazed.
Boy, he was unfazed when he got up and said his apology. When he got up and started
smirking.
He was smiling. And that's the thing I'm talking about. Like, 9 times out of 10, both of them.
Are we okay?
Both of them have personality disorder. Like both of them, it's different. He's crazy, but the other one's crazy too because he's trying to pull the sympathy card too. Up here crying. Boy, you still get 25 to life.
What we doing?
He get 35. He get 35 to life.
Come on, man. Child.
I could go ahead and tell you what type of inmates they gonna be.
I need a drink after that.
They never start fighting.
This is Rachel Schoaf and Sheila Eddy, who are both in court today for the murder of their friend when they were only 16 years old.
Their scheme was to hide knives on their bodies and to attack Skylar at an agreed-upon moment.
In Star City, West Virginia, Schoaf and Eddy were friends with 16-year-old Skylar Neese. Reportedly, Schoaf and Eddy decided they didn't like Neese anymore, so they planned to kill her.
Sheila Eddy and Rachel Schoaf carried out that plan. Together they stabbed and killed Skylar.
After Schoaf's confession, both teens were arrested. Schoaf agreed to plead guilty to second-degree murder in exchange for her cooperation in the case.
I'm so sorry. I don't know if there's a proper way to make this apology because there are not even words to describe the guilt and remorse that I feel each day for what I've done. I hurt the Neese family and those who love Skylar. I hurt my parents and shamed my family. May God bring eternal peace to Skylar and the entire Neese family.
After securing a plea deal, the judge now gives Schoaf her sentence.
Rachel Schoaf, it is the sentence of the court that you be imprisoned in the West Virginia State Penitentiary for a period of 30 years.
But she will have the possibility of parole in 10 years. And now for Eddy.
Hell no. She didn't even get life. I thought he was going to say 30 to life. He gives her basic manslaughter. That's premeditated on both of them. You give her a manslaughter charge.
That's crazy. Okay.
She gets 30 years with eligible parole.
Let's see.
And
let's see the other friend.
When did that happen?
I can't remember exactly.
I'm sure she's probably out. She's probably out.
Let me see what year it actually happened.
Because if you don't know, we did do a Mr. Ballin video reaction to this. Go check it out. It's one of them. It's actually a good reaction. It's a good story. And that's the worst way to say it. But it's a very informative story. Is that a better way to say it? She ain't even listening.
Yeah, I guess like if you want more details on it, if you've never heard about it, then it has a little bit more like information for you to like.
Yeah. And they went on Twitter after the fact and bragged about it. Because there was some people saying in the comments of that video that they, even after the fact, went on Twitter, was bragging about it, boasting about it and stuff.
I can't find it.
Yeah, it is the sentence of the court that you be imprisoned in the West Virginia State Penitentiary for the rest of your natural life. That sentence is technically with mercy, which makes you eligible for parole after you have served 15 years.
Hell no. So technically, both of them eligible to come out after doing 10 to 15 years. Damn. That's crazy. That one's crazy, though.
I can't remember her first name.
Just look up Skylar, Rachel, and Sheila.
Let's look up Sheila.
She can't go with search like I can, y'all. Rachel and Sheila. There we go. One, Skylar Neese's killers deny parole. So, which one snitched? Which one was which? Rachel tried to go for parole.
So I know, and Eddy pleaded guilty for first degree in 2014.
The one that snitched, Rachel. She has she tried to get parole and was denied. So yeah, I knew.
Parole in July. Okay, so it happened in 2012.
2012. So she's been eligible for parole. But it says here in 2023, one of Skylar's acute attackers and convictors was denied parole.
Mm-hmm. That's sad.
Man, she's still like they don't even look like they're like caring. You see? Like, they're literally smiling in their mugshots.
Yeah.
Like it's picture day.
Yeah, but the whole story was so...
Like, the details.
It's just so crazy, so sad. Like, why? For what?
So this is what she looks like now.
Yeah.
Like...
Super sad.
But yeah, the redhead, Rachel, already have tried to go for parole. I'm sure. So 12, this is what, 24. So she has 3 more years, the other one, Sheila, before she tries to go for parole. 9 times out of 10, she's going to be denied too, depending on their act while in prison.
Yeah.
If they are like one of the best, like, oh my, that can help them get a boost. But you've been in there 15 years. You ain't never got a write up for nothing. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
Next time Rachel go up, she might get parole, but they're still young.
Yeah.
That's the kicker. They're still are capable of coming out, having a family, moving on with their life like nothing ever happened.
Nothing ever happened. That's the sad part.
And possibly try to live by alias and say, hey, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
You know? But hey, y'all spam us up. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts about it in the comment section down below, man. Let us know how y'all feel about it. But as always, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is we are.
Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my folks. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar.